It's your boy Mark Evans, DM, coming to you guys live here today. Why most never succeed in business. We're going to start here in a second. One of those days, it's Wednesday. Happy hump day, guys. Thinking about you over here, cranking along. We've got a lot of stuff going on. To say a lot is an understatement. As you guys know, with everything, everyone's been on lockdown still, starting to loosen up a little bit. But over in my world, I only have about another month left in Florida. So typically what starts happening, a month out in my world, prior to leaving back up to Ohio, because I'll go back up to Ohio for the next 5 months, June to October-ish, is, just a lot of moving pieces. What's up, McLeish? But we're cranking along. What's up, Nelson? Good morning, guys. Name, city, state. What's up? What's up, TK? But as I'm sitting here, a lot of anxiety. I've been up early today. I've done a ton of stuff today. I just bought a company today. We actually close on it. I'll be sharing more on that stuff with you guys later. What's up, Daryl? So I bought that. Got a lot of cool things there. That's an instant profit business, which is kind of cool. I like to buy businesses that are already producing revenue. That's a 6-figure business. We'll turn it into a 7-figure business within 12 months with a good team. What's up, Bradley? So I'm sitting here sharing this stuff not to impress, but to impress upon. These are magician moments. And being a magician doesn't mean you don't have massive anxiety. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get frustrated. Don't start dry heaving. It's not like you don't doubt stuff. But that's why the thought on the thought is so important, the thought auditing. Today I had to do that a little bit. Because I have a lot of thoughts going on, and it's like, if you don't compartmentalize them, you're going to self-sabotage your next move. What's up, Mike? What's up, Rob? You guys know, as you're building a business, one moment I could be investing in a business, investing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and the next day in a second minute could be getting ready to fire someone, and then the next day in a second could be in the process of running an ad to hire someone to make another $100,000 commitment. And then another nanosecond could be on a global phone call talking to the team that this broke, that broke, this is breaking, but this is also winning. What's up, DJ? And all that stuff. So all these things are going on all the time. And then also, you got to stay in your routine in the morning. I woke up this morning, I wrote 6 letters to people. I wrote my wife a letter as well. Just kind of gratitude for a minute. It takes me about 30 minutes to do that. Because it's thoughtful. It's not just like writing a letter, and it's very thoughtful and meaningful and all that. And plus I have terrible handwriting, so I screwed up a couple times. Good morning, Steve. Good job on your homework, buddy. But, I'm sitting here wondering, I don't understand why people don't get shit done. I really don't. I hear a lot of people talk about a lot of stuff, but it really confuses me why shit's not getting done. I don't understand it. It's weird to me. It's very strange. I was talking with a buddy today on my walk, and it's confusing to me that people will take advantage of people. And they say they don't, but they do. This is why businesses don't succeed. You take advantage of yourself. You take advantage of vendors. You take advantage of your team. And what I see is a lot of times it's just people aren't to peak. They're not like, thank you, Stephen. People aren't like, you guys see me kind of laid back, casual, but in my daily, when I'm working, I'm intense. I'm ultra intense. Like I said, when I'm talking to my wife, just, talking, she's like, why are you screaming? Why are you I'm not, I'm just talking. I'm very excited to be alive. I know that I only have a short time on this world, and I'm trying to maximize every fucking second of it, literally. And when I start talking to dipshits, people that don't know their job, they will get fired. As soon as I get the drop of knowledge, you're going to get fired. It's just a matter of time. You either step up or you fucking grow up and step into the role. And I'm talking to many people right now that follow me. Because if you're following me, I see you making very weak moves. Actually, you're barely moving. And this is why businesses aren't succeeding. You're always fucking complaining why it doesn't work. You're always saying, this doesn't work. I don't care. I want results. See, the difference is you're talking about all the work that you're doing. I was talking with a guy yesterday, and he's like, but Mark, I'd have to do 2 hours of calls. I was like, I don't give a fuck if it takes 20 hours a day. Do the job. That's your job. See, I'm not worried. I know a lot of people's like always sitting here hanging out like, oh, Evan's kind of hanging out, smoking cigars, drinking coffee, doing nothing. Motherfucker, I'm working. I promise you that. I promise you that. It's weak. It's terrible. You're stealing from yourself. You're stealing from your family, and you're stealing from the world. You have a unique ability. You have a gift. You have 1 in 400 trillion of an opportunity to even be here and alive, and you're going to waste it being a fucking pussy? Seriously. Grow the fuck up and get in business and start building a business. Stop acting like you're in business. Stop playing small. Oh, I spent $200 on marketing. Dude, add 2 zeros minimum, then start adding another one, and then add another one. Until then, you're not in business. You're playing business. If your business is, oh, it's all word of mouth, you're not in business. That's not a business. That's a tactical strategy to get leads. That's not a business. Oh man, I'm a solopreneur. You're not in business. You have a job working for a psycho, yourself. Claude, yes, stop spending 2 weeks designing a business card. No one cares what your business card looks like, and no one cares what your business name is. Except you. No one. I've never done a deal and they're like, oh my God, I've done business because of your business name. No one cares. Call it King of the Dipshits LLC, because that's what you are. Why aren't you successful? What are you thinking? By the way, when I'm talking to you like this is what I'm telling myself. I know you see the calm, cool, laid-back guy. But enough is enough. I was talking with my buddy Corey yesterday. You guys saw that live. And, like, it's intense. And if you watch his videos on social, you'll see the intensity. He's a workout guy. He's very intense in the gym. And then when we go home, we're kind of like, boom. Listen, I might have the radio playing. I might be watching my kids play. But I'm focused. We have shit to accomplish, guys. What are you thinking? Why are you playing? If you're playing, get out of the game. You're not even playing in the game. You're actually you're a spectator, not a participator. You're at the stand getting hot dogs, popcorn, and pizza saying you're trying to get in shape and build a business. I'm on the fucking field getting punched in the face, kicked in the balls, and getting drugged across the field. But you know what? I'm going to get back up and I'm going to repeat process and I'm going to try to do it less. I'm not going to try to get beat up as much. What's up, Brian? What's up, guys? You guys are weak. Weak. It's embarrassing. I'm seriously embarrassed by the lack of growth from you guys across the board. And I'm talking everybody. Now's the time to excel. What excuse are you using still? Oh, you don't understand, man. I'm really busy. Coronavirus really I got the kids here. We all do. Get over it. Well, man, you don't really understand. You know, things are tight. I don't care. The only person that cares is you. When does the excuses stop? Well, man, I don't understand. You know, I'm trying to do what you do, Mark, and not work. Motherfucker, I work. I work. What are you doing? Why? Why are you acting like you're a big dog? I'm a nobody. I haven't done anything. I'm outworking probably 99.999% of you. And yet you're sitting here like he doesn't work. I work. There's a magician process. There's a process going from mule to magician. Don't think because you buy the book Magician vs. Mule that you're going to become the magician overnight. This is a process. You have to create a bridge. You have to create this. Do you understand how many decisions I had to make to get in the seat? Real decisions. I'm not talking pussy decisions. I'm talking real decisions. Life-altering, life-changing decisions for myself. I invest in myself. I buy books. Most of you are afraid to spend $15 on a book. Well, man, what if I don't learn anything from it? That's your problem. Don't you get it? Well, I got to go to T-Mobile because they got a better deal going on. I get a new iPhone and I could save $17 a month on my plan. That's your problem. Don't you get it? We don't understand. I could actually retail the house and make X more money, or I could wholesale and make 13 grand a day. Make 13 grand a day. You're broke. You don't understand money, trajectory of money. You don't understand even how it works. Well, man, I'm going to send an email one day, but I really don't know what to send. Send a fucking email. Say hi. That's what you send. Connect. Well, that's not what the guy said in the book when I read it 3 years ago that I've been thinking about, but I'm going to think about it again. Then I'm going to reread it again. And then I got to go to a seminar and reread it again and get the connections. And then I got to figure out what system. But by the time I get ready to do it, I just don't know what to say. Don't you see the problem? You should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed. Seriously. It's sad. There's people that need your product. There's people that want to talk to you. And you're so consumed with your bullshit excuses, you don't even know. What if you just raised your head up and asked questions? Had conversations without a motive except simply truly just to learn. Where would you be? This is why businesses fail. You try to over-automate. You're over-automating nothing. You have the best CRM under the moon. There's one fucking person in it, and it's your mom. I don't care how great the automation is. I don't care if you have the best business card, the best business name, the best website design. You're broke. You're washed up. You're dead in the water. You have no business acting like you're in business. When does it stop? What are you afraid of? Really, what are you afraid of? Do you think you making 100 grand a year is a lot of money in business? It's not. Someone said it earlier, and I say it all the time. You'll never, ever build a business bigger than you. If you don't develop, nothing you're trying to do will develop. It can't. It won't. You can write down. This is why I'm not big into like some people. Like, oh, dude, I'm going to do dreams. I'm going to buy the Cavs. You can't even fucking pay your mortgage. How are you going to buy the? Listen, there's a difference with being dreaming and being, psycho, irrational weirdo. You understand that, right? There's a massive difference. That's why I don't tell people to go build out a dreams list, because most of you are only dreaming, not doing anything to get to the dream. What if the journey was the process? What if you actually bought into the value of the journey? What if the journey was the destination that you're actually really trying to seek? Every day you get better. Like, open your bank account. Look at what's going on in your bank account. You can say how hard you work. You can say how much value you provide to the market. If your bank account's at zero, you're a fucking liar. Even Mother Teresa had to get money to help what she wanted to do, her dream, her goals, her vision. Do you understand? You have to change your mind to get what you really want. If you got what you already wanted, stay at it. But the truth is, once you got it, there's more. And if you already had the mindset to get it, you would already have it, wouldn't you? Don't you think eventually at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, you have an awakening saying, shit, maybe that guy's right? Maybe it is me. Maybe it is you. How is it when I meet people, they have 7 companies and they're always broke? Is it because you want to be cool and say you own a company? Why your wife sits in the back room crying because she knows you're a liar? Why your kids watch mom and dad fight about money, but you tell everyone in real life that, oh, I got money, man, I'm crushing it. No, you're not. You're a liar. You will get called out eventually by the people that matter the most, the ones that love you, your family and your kids. They're going to call you out eventually. They know you're lying. You know you're lying. Why not stop it now? Why not get back into the trenches and show them what hard work really is? It's okay to work hard. You should like be appreciative that you can actually get up and go to work. I know a guy who's a paraplegic. 3 years ago, he wasn't. He wished he could get up and work hard like you right now. And the thing about it, I think he will one day. In the next 5 to 10 years, I think this guy will be walking. Because he's putting the work in. When's enough? My biggest problem is I see when people pay me 35 grand and they don't do anything with it. I hate it. I don't want the money. I don't need it. I want it, I guess, but I don't need it, and I don't want it if you're not going to do the work. I genuinely want to make an impact. If I wanted it, I would have hundreds of people pay me 35 grand. I have 33. I could expand it. I could grow it. I could just take money, boom, transactional. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the impact. I have money coming in from real businesses. The 35 grand is a separator. Boys and men, ladies and women or girls. It's a separator. If you're not worth 35 grand, why would I work with you? You don't even believe you're worth 35 grand. By the way, you're not paying a mentor the money for him. You're paying it for you. If they're in alignment with where you want to be and they can help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, you're not paying them. You're paying yourself. You're investing in yourself. It makes me sad to watch great people piss their life away. I walk around, I see people I don't understand. Like, again, I live in a golf course community. It's an awesome community. Amazing people. Everyone's that I've met here is super nice. But there's guys I meet and they're golfing every day. Every day. And I'm not knocking this, but listen, when you're in 30s or 40 years old and you're golfing every day, my question, I don't mind golfing once in a while, but unless you're a PGA pro and all this shit, that's a whole different story, and that's your job. My question is, what are you hiding from? What are you running from? What are you afraid of? Like, that's 5 hours a day out of your life. You could be working on yourself. You could be building a business. You could be spending time with your family. You could be helping people. Like, it just seems so selfish to me. And I'm all about being selfish at certain things, by the way. I talk about it in the me economy all the time. But what are we running? What are you trying to do? If you don't know what ESOPs are, if you don't know what UALs are, if you're not trying to build a financial future, a financial legacy, a wealth building path in the future, and get uncomfortable with the tax conversation, get uncomfortable hiring a controller for $120,000 to help you in your business. If you're not getting uncomfortable hiring an assistant for your first hire, how are you in business? How? It's comical. It really is comical to me. My anxiety levels are at an all-time high right now because there's people that are sitting there sleeping on opportunity. It's never been a better time in the world history than to do something big today. Never. What are you afraid of? I'd love to talk to you guys on this video here. I would love for you to come on here and ask your questions about your business, like right now. Beacon will show you how to do that because I'm here to help you. I don't get paid for this. I do it because I want to. See, a lot of you are so worried about what you're going to make, you don't do anything and you make nothing. What if you showed up to make impact? And I'm not talking follow your passion. I'm not passionate about talking to you guys about nothing. I'm passionate about talking to you about helping you. I'm not the guy that wants to hang out and talk about the news and the weather. That's not me. It never has, and it never will. I want to talk about where you're at, how much money you have in the bank, what are you trying to really accomplish? What's your ROI? What's your lead cost looking like? What are your deal flows looking like? What are you trying to buy? What are you trying to sell? Where are you trying to grow your family? Hey, you're 32. How do we get you at 45 years old and have 100 million ready? Like, that's the stuff I want to talk about. Not tactical. Well, Mark, I keep thinking about. That's your problem. You have zero resourcefulness. Maybe it's because of the way I grew up. Hillbilly kid from Ohio, busted my tail, watched my parents work their butts off. And I said, you know what? One day I got to do something big. I'm not afraid. I'll outwork all you fuckers. I promise you that. Today I was walking at 6:30 this morning, and I was thinking, and I was laughing at you guys. I was laughing at you. Just saying, you weren't up at 4 like I was. You weren't sending out letters like I was. You weren't writing your wife or spouse a letter like I was. You weren't planting the seeds and listening to good audio books for an hour and a half like I was. You weren't out at 6:30 in the morning taking a walk for 45, 50 minutes like I was. You weren't connecting with 2 people on the walk, actually 3 people on the walk like I was. This is all before 7:30. 7:30 a.m. You weren't sending an email to your CFO saying, hey, send this big wire today. Here's the details, send it over. You weren't touching base with 2 business partners that you do business with that each make $1 million net a year each. Connecting with them, touching base with them, following up with them. You weren't setting up a cool thing to do on Saturday morning, Saturday all day with your family. This is before 8:30, before I got on here with you guys. You weren't setting up, looking at your trades for the day of where you're going to be. We got things going on inside it. We got 3 deals closing this week with a private lending deal. Actually 4 closing this week. Nothing crazy, a couple $100,000, but it's closing and it's moving and things are happening. I got people over at my house in Ohio redoing a bunch of stuff over there, adding new appliances, moving things around, adding new floors, walls, cabinets, and all that. That's happening right now. Before 8:30 in the morning. My team was at the house at 7 a.m. What are you sleeping on? What are you waiting for? What do you think it takes to be successful? You think you wake up, wake and bake, wake up, smoke a bunch of weed, hang out, lollygag around, eat biscuits and gravy, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, 10 a.m., pop a beer, go watch TV, Netflix, and chill. Get fat, get overweight, get diabetes. Tell your kids how amazing you are, how cash flow's great. While your fat ass is on the couch watching stupid shit in front of them. Telling them, hey, go outside and do something. Dad's busting his toe over here. I'm building a company. You know damn well you're not. You know you're not. Why aren't you making 100 calls a day? Why aren't you talking to 15 prospects a day? Why aren't you making multiple offers a day? Why are you talking to vendors? Why are you talking to, past clients? Why are you sending out an email? Why aren't you working? What do you do all day? I ask this question. If you ask anybody I've ever talked to, one of my first questions are, what do you do all day? What does your day look like? Well, I get up at 6:30-ish. That means 8. I go, I got stuff to do, and I kind of like to work out, and I kind of got this going. You kind of got a lot of shit going on, and you have no results. That's why. If you did, why are we talking? You know, it's funny. Well, it's not even funny. It's embarrassing. I saw my buddy Mike with the book company, and he was sitting here and he did a video, and people are always trying to cut him down on price. It's $10,000. It's a steal. I've paid $42,000 for a book, and it was a shitty experience. I paid him $10,000. It was quick, easy, very impactful. Magician vs. Mules, the book I did with them, and it's been amazing. People are trying to cut him down on price. Don't ever reduce your price. Because again, people that reduce prices says more about them than it does you. It's not your price, it's the individual. You understand that, right? That's why you go shopping at Walmart, not Nordstrom, because you're a cheap ass. Walmart, all the pants fit the same. No, they don't. No, they don't. Trust me. Dude, I grew up on Kmart shoes and Voight shoes and Rustler jeans. I promise you they don't feel the same. I know. $12, $300 pairs of jeans definitely feel different. You know? And I see some of you guys posing around with fake watches, Rolexes, and all that stuff. Listen, you can think you're cool. Listen, the truth is, even if it's a good fake, whatever that means, you're the fake. The individual's the fake. See, that's why businesses don't succeed, is because you're faking it and playing business. Dude, when you're in business, you have to work. You have to constantly be knowledging up. You have to constantly be aware. You have to constantly ego check at the door. Boom. Oh, shit, that didn't work. Oh my God, I'm a loser. Oh, my God, this is constantly re-engineering. I'm not acting like I know everything. Actually, I don't know much of anything. Nick said I scared the shit out of him asking how many calls that he makes. Dude, listen, it's not, I don't know what people do all day. If you don't have results, you do nothing all day. You can say what you want. You can lie to yourself. You can lie to me saying it out loud, but you're not lying to me. I already know I can call bullshit. I already know what you're not doing. I know what it takes to be successful. You can't lie to me. Listen, you can, and it might be passive, and I'll be like, cool, all right. I'm dealing with it right now with someone taking advantage of me. I'm watching. They're all watching. You're welcome, Paul. They're all watching. I'm cool when it's cool. But as soon as you get on the radar, when I feel like you're taking advantage of a situation, it's only a matter of time. It really is. And what sucks about that is I'm a relationship guy. I like the long-term relationships. But if I'm taken advantage of, what do you do when you get cancer in the arm? Cut it off. It sucks. Got to do it. What do you do when you have a bad apple in the bunch? You got to throw it out quickly, because if not, they all become bad apples. As soon as you let that creep in, and more importantly, once you identify it and know it, and if you keep letting it go on, shame on you. But Mark, it's this and that. I get it. Business owners have to make big business decisions. What's up, Gianni? That's what you got to do. Anybody have a question or comment here that hop on a call, hop on a live, talk here face to face? Or did I scare the shit out of all of you? And I hope I scared you. But that's a good thing, by the way. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you. But the problem is you guys are pussyfooting around thinking everything's rainbows and unicorns. You're sitting there looking at your bank account. You know there's nothing in it. I don't even know why you open up your bank account. There's nothing in it. It's pretty much close to what it was yesterday, zero and or negative. And you're sitting there hanging out, drinking your fucking coffee like, hey, honey, have a great day. Oh, let's go play with the kids. Let's take an Instagram picture. Dude, embarrassing. It really is sad. It's embarrassing. I'm amazed. I did a show, God, this had to be 2015-ish, talking about chumps. Grown men, I'm talking to men directly right now, so I'm not trying to be negative to women, but like men that are single, going out on dates, not necessarily right now because of what's going on, but like when you got on dates and you split the bill, you're a chump, dude. You're a straight up chump. Well, she wants to pay half of it. I don't care what she wants to do. Be a man. You know what I mean? Be a man. If not, what? Like, I swear, if I couldn't pay the whole bill, I'm not going out. I'm staying at home. That means I got to work to make money. I'd be embarrassed. What's up, Judge? What's up, Dylan? If you're splitting bills with your spouse, you're a chump. If your spouse has to work and you're a business owner and you're crushing the game of life, and when I say has to work, she doesn't work or he doesn't work, you're a chump. If they want to, that's different. If they have to, way, way different. I'd be embarrassed. True story, my wife, my girlfriend when she was 24, she's never had to work a day in her life with me, ever. And I am bragging. Why? Because I busted my ass to make that happen. If she ever did anything, it's because she wants to, not because she has to. I think it's our duty. See, I don't play business. I am in business. I own lots of stuff. Like, you have to be engaged. You have to be involved. I say stuff that's going to hurt people's feelings. That's your problem, not mine. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to go. You assume I only have you to worry about. You assume that you are the main person of everyone around you. That's why you don't have dick. Because you're on a high horse of your own self. When you realize you get knocked down and realize that you're nobody and you're nothing, you got to step up. You actually start doing something. You start appreciating the journey. You start realizing, wow, it's actually pretty cool to get your hands dirty. Wow, it's pretty cool to like learn and educate yourself about how to grow up and be a real human in society. Be a provider. You're better than that. You realize that, right? You owe it to yourself and you owe it to the people you care about to step your game up. If anybody's in my circle that's not stepping their game, dude, I don't care if this is the nanny. I don't care if this is the house cleaner. I don't care if this is my landscaper. I'm telling you right now, I'm constantly trying to tell them how to elevate their game, invest more money in themselves, and charge me more money. This isn't just talk. You can ask the people at work with me. One of my landscaper guys, Mike, he's actually in the DM family now. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in him and deals, and we've made many, many hundreds of thousands of dollars together. My cleaning lady here in Florida, I've done all kinds of stuff. I've helped them through their charity stuff. I've helped them get their kid to like this windsurfing thing. Like, we've done all kinds of stuff. I pay her more than probably she gets paid a lot of money. What are you doing to step your game up to be in business? I'm failing at many pieces, by the way. Again, I'm not acting like I know everything, but I'm telling you I know something. And most of it is most people are full of shit. It's killing their dreams. It's killing their goals. It's killing their future. It's killing. Here's the biggest thing that scares me. It's killing the people around you that are following you and paying attention to you. I could not imagine being some of you guys and having my kids watch me. I couldn't imagine it. My son knows 8:30 at night, Mark, I got to do homework. I got to read my book. Okay, Dad. Why he watches cartoons. And then what do? They start mimicking. Drea grabs my book. She's 1. Mark grabs the book, another book, and he's 4.5. They can't even read this shit yet. But it's the actions. It's Then all of a sudden they want to do what dad does or do what mom does. You're sitting at home doing nothing. Mark last night, he's like, Daddy, why do you get up so early? Why are you out walking when it's dark? What do you do? What are you thinking about? I'm like, I'm dreaming. I'm thinking about you guys. Where we're going, how we're getting there, what you're up to. You know, all this stuff doesn't happen by accident, bud. We got to push. There's so much more out there. He's like, do you really? He's like, what does that mean? See, I'm all about dreaming if you have a vehicle to get you to the goal, the destination. But I can tell you right now, the destination, and I've been to many destinations I've set out for myself, it's not what you think it is. The journey, who I had to become to get there, is what makes it all worth it. And if you really believe that every day, again, when you're getting kicked in the teeth, when things are going bad, when things are going good, like you realize that's what it's about. It really is. So you see me talking today, if you're just coming on, watch this whole thing. That's how I talk to myself all day. That's the intensity I have, even if I'm calm, like this. I'm thinking, let's go, let's go, let's go. I got 17 emails to do. I got 3 texts to do. I got 4 videos to do. Like, there's opportunities everywhere. People are coming at me. I'm pushing back at. Like, there's so much to do. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. My secret sauce is I don't wait. I create. If I want phone calls happening, I make phone calls out to get the phone ringing back in. Hey, Nancy, it's Bart. Just leaving you a message, calling about your house. Give me a call, 614, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Hey, Steve, it's Bart. Just giving you a call back, following back up. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Judge, what's up, buddy? Hey, boom. Hey, Tom. Hey, Ben. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Gianna. What's up, buddy? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Boom. The world stops. It's me and you. What's going on? How you been? What's the house look like? What kind of deal are you working on? The deal I did today started on Sunday. There was a conversation I had on Sunday, and today, I'm closing the deal. Wednesday, 4 days. 4 days. It'll be a win for us. It'll be a win for a partner, because I'm bringing a partner in on the deal, and I'm financing the whole deal, by the way. And it'll be a win for the guy that I'm buying the company from, him and his brother. It'll be a win. I could have paid less. But it's a win-win deal for all. We'll make it work. $4 days, not 40, not 400, not 4 years, 4 days. Because I'm listening and I'm serving. Everything's about you. It's funny to me that a lot of people want to help so many people, but everything's about them. How can you help so many people if everything's about you? Scale to speed, right, Judge? How can you? What's up, John? Let's bring him in, Beacon. John, what's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going, Mark?
Where you out of?
Hey, Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice, man. I got my buddy Tyler King out there. You know him?
I do not know Tyler King now.
You should know him. He's a good dude. What's going on, man?
Well, I just got a question for you, man. I mostly doing this to come out publicly and just overcome myself. So I've been listening to your words, and I don't know anybody who's on this live. I've been watching you for the last 30 minutes or so, and in that situation where I'm looking at my bank account, and I don't know who's going to see this, and I guess at this point I just have to say I don't care who sees it, because I just want to be honest about where I am and what's going on and get your advice on where to start. So not going to tell you my whole story, but just ask a question from you. What do you recommend starting for somebody who feels like they have a lot of talent, they've got a lot of opportunity, somebody who's possibly passed up millions of dollars in deal opportunity over the years because I can't seem to get out of my own way when it comes to just pursuing one path. So I'll pursue a path and then somehow sabotage that. And then I look back and say, man, if I would have stuck with that for the next 6 or 8 months, I would have been there. And I don't do that. It's a pattern that's been happening for years and years and years. And How would you recommend just getting out of this pattern? And where would you recommend starting to become more the magician versus the mule, psychologically, emotionally, whatever?
Yeah, no. First of all, thanks for the question. I think the biggest thing is I don't. What is your gifts? First of all.
My gifts, processes, systems, understanding people, reading people, being able to extract stories out of people, helping them to overcome their discouragement and encouraging them to do what it is they want to do, I would say.
Pretty much everything you just asked me to help you with.
Yep. So
It's
I see the problem there.
It's very interesting, man. No, listen, I see a lot of great people out there, man, like yourself, John. The problem is what you're thinking and what you say doesn't align with where you're going. The thought audit process I talk about often is this first time you've heard me?
Yes.
Okay, so I talk a lot about thought audit through the magician versus mule and all that, but you got to ask yourself, why do you keep having this pattern issue? It's a real pattern issue. By the way, I have it with food, eating, right? As soon as I get on a great pattern, if I fall off the wagon, I'm off the wagon, not for a day, but for a week, 2 weeks, turns into a month, blah, 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 right? So I ask myself why. Well, it's because I don't have my day structure to keep me protected from that environment. So you got to figure out what drives you to make the right decisions to serve you. And what happens is the problem is like right when you get resistance, that's when you're probably reverting and pulling back. And then all of a sudden, that's why you're looking at all the past, like wish I shoulda, coulda, should have stayed in there 6 months. Man, I passed up $1 million. The good news is there's many millions in front of it. You're going to have the new opportunity comes on my desk every hour, the best opportunity in the world, right? So I think it depends on what you're really trying to do. If you're big, like what community are you serving on systems, processes, and all that?
Well, that's the thing. Right now, in the moment, it's going to be restaurant owners. So I came up with the opportunity as far as this COVID-19 thing. Been in the restaurant industry for 15 years, okay. Saw an opportunity to create marketing packages, graphics packages, as well as a cleaning protocol. I do own a cleaning company here in Nashville, and for whatever reasons, all that business disappeared because I didn't plan properly. And this protocol was designed to help these restaurant owners to reopen with confidence, to increase the consumer confidence of people coming in so they can visually see that they've been sanitizing. There's a word protocol with the servers, hostesses, and things like that. And so right now in this moment, it is serving people in the cleaning industry on the commercial side of things for restaurant owners getting ready to open after COVID-19.
I don't hate it. The only thing I don't like about it is, one, it's timely. It's only a limited time of opportunity, right? So this COVID stuff's going to be old news, maybe a month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Second problem with it is, do the owners that own these restaurants even have the money to pay for the service? I know they need to do something, but does the service even have value? It will to a certain percentage, but is it a big enough niche that you can actually make real money in it? When I say real money, if I can't do 6 figures a month minimum, I'm not even looking at it. Why? It's the same effort. It takes the same exact effort to do something to make $5,000 a month that it does to make $100,000 a month. You know what I mean? Exact same effort. Seriously, it's the same. The truth is, to make $100,000 a month typically takes less effort once you get in there. I don't know what kind of revenues you're doing. And I've made $5,000 a month and it sucked and it worked hard work. I barely made ends meet. Oftentimes I didn't. I had a car repoed because of it back in the day. Like, I know it's a real thing. So I think it depends on like how big a niche do you want to be in. Do you have children, John?
I do. 4 kids.
Yeah. What do you want your kids? What do you want your kids knowing you for? Like, dad's the best cleaning guy in COVID-19 times, or what? Like, and I'm not to be a dick, but like to be serious. Like, what? Like, I think people make, these emotional decisions and moments that don't serve the big picture where they're really going, just because it's an easy win.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That's where I'm at right now with that. Is they are easy wins, and I don't want my kid. What I don't want my kids seeing is a dad who is constantly having arguments about money. I grew up that way. My family grew up that way. My wife and I grew up that way in our early years of marriage. In some respects, it's still there. And I don't want them to see. What I do want them to see is somebody who is successful at anything he does, but more importantly, that he helped people. My legacy, I want to be about helping people to overcome their challenges, just like I would in a conversation with my kids, and helping them to overcome a problem they approach me with and trust me with. But it hasn't been that way. It hasn't been that way at all up to this point. And I am in that spot where, yes, I own a cleaning company. You ask about my revenues. I'll be honest straight up with you. There are no revenues. Maximum month that we've hit in the 5 months that we've been open with the business is about $4,800. And so that's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And I'm in that spot you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so is this all you do?
That's all I do right now. Yes.
What'd you do prior?
I was a finance manager for a major RV company for the last 5.5 years.
What made you leave?
They did. Just restructuring their company. Long story short, I actually was at a dealership next door. They hired me to come and turn around the finance department of the next door dealership. I did that in 3 months. And then I didn't realize I was training my replacement. They had sent me out to pasture. They wouldn't explain why or tell me why. That was just what happened to me. So at that point, I just made the decision to start something new. And this is what I decided to do as the cleaning company.
So biggest thing is what I just heard is don't be an employee, be a consultant. You know what I mean? Like you just said, hey, they sent me out to pasture. If you can turn someone around in 3 months, that's awesome. But why not get onto a retainer? Consultants get on the retainers. Employees get sent out to pasture. You know what I mean? Like as a consultant, you're constantly teaching people how to be replaced. That's what your job is to do. You're teaching them how to become more efficient, more effective, more, streamlined, et cetera, through processes, procedures, people, et cetera. So that's where oftentimes we bail from what we know because we had a sour taste in our mouth. At the end of the day, it's like, why wouldn't we try to figure out how to take this last 5.5 years? You might be sitting on a gold mine. One, I like being in the finance business because money's in the money, and if you can help a company, there's a direct correlation of saying, hey, if I can step into your company and show you how to build this out over the next 3 months and save you X, Y, Z, not through theory, but through reality, now you're just trading for dollars. They're going to give you $1 for every $3 you save them or whatever the numbers come out to. Now you're a consultant. Now I don't just have to do it for you. I can do it for 150 people across the country. You know what I mean? Then I can build a system of procedures. I can hire people under me, teach them my formula, teach them how to go identify the books, do underwriting, bring it to me. Boom, here's the plan, implement it, go implement. But there's so many little simple things I think that would, it'd be way more money than a cleaning company. Dude, so why cleaning? Just so I understand. I mean, because that's a massive difference, finance to cleaning.
Man, if this is a call about honesty, and I'm going to look back in this call and say, okay, this is the time that potentially could have changed things around for me because I made that decision to be honest about it. And the decision to do the cleaning company was because it was the easy path that it was right in front of me. I thought I could do it. I knew I could do it. Yet at the same time, there's no passion for it. There's zero anything for it because it's not. It could pay the bills, but the truth is, I really don't like the cleaning business.
Yeah.
And so to answer your question more directly, I really have no idea why I picked it other than it would be an easy win that I could go out and do right now. And it was when I started it out, it paid for what my family wanted at the time and needed at the moment. Yeah. But long-term, I honestly don't see it working out.
Well, the thing is the last thing you want, my big fear, I did a show on this. I have a podcast show you should listen to. It's called Making of a DM. I did a show. I forget what number it is, but it's they're watching. And I'm talking about kids, family, people who care about us. Because when you're making these decisions, you got to understand, you're literally saying, hey, I'm trading my time for dollars, and time is what the truth is you're trying to get time. That's what you want money for. We all think money is going to do that. Money's cool, but money really buys you the time that you want to do to spend with your kids, spend with your wife, do the things you want to do. So if you're chasing money all the time, you don't really have time because you're taking all your time to chase the money. I'm trying to ask myself, what can the business do for me? That's what a magician's thinking, by the way. What can the business do for me? The question you're asking is, what can I do to make money? What can I do for the business? It's not even business, but what can I do to make money? And there's nothing wrong with that. There is a place and time for that. But in my mind, dude, you have stuff going on. You live in a neighborhood. I'm thinking more how do I go make money? I can go take stuff out of my garage, take stuff out of my attic, my basement. I can go to my neighbor's house, help them. I think about that stuff. I don't know any other way except, find a nice golf cart. It's worth $5,000, sell for $4,500, split the fee with whoever. But I'm always thinking like that because I'm connecting with people. The cleaning business, if that's something you want to grow and expand and build, that's awesome. But if it just is what it is, there's very limited room. And not only that, dude, my house cleaner makes tens of thousands of dollars a month. You know what I mean? And she doesn't have all the crazy stuff that, she's just very simple. Hey, I'll be there Thursday at 2:00. Okay, cool. And she gets paid, as she does her work. So yeah. Do you want to keep it big? Do you want to keep it simple? Are you cleaning? Are you hiring people? I think there's a lot of variables, but if you gross what, 4,800, you said?
Yeah, that was my highest month 3 months ago.
What do you make out of that?
So out of that, a pretty good profit margin for me. So I'll make probably 75%, 80% of that.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, good profit margin. So it's like the question is that what you want to be known for? Is that something you want to build? How big is the market for that? Even Vin said, hey, that's why, PE guys, they only do deals at 5 million EBITDA and above. So, because it takes the same amount of time to do $1,000 as does $1 million. And until you do $1 million, you don't even understand what I'm saying. But like, it really is the same exact out. It becomes easier. The more money you make, it becomes easier because you can hire great people under you to help be your consultant in the finance manager role. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And one thing you said earlier that I wrote down that I think struck a nerve with me was, why are you bailing from what you know? And the truth of what I know, going back to the beginning of the call, was that it's people. And for 10 years, I won't tell you the brand, but I worked primarily with coaches and authors and trainers and speakers, teaching them how to create information products. And so this process that I had of literally just talking with them, I had the ability to read between the lines and to extract that story from them of what would make that power for them to sell these products at the back of the room. And that was easy for me. Because of a business partnership. It went sour. I got a bad taste in my mouth about it, and I ditched it and I dropped it. But that was probably the highest point of my income in my life, because of just using my natural skill set and talent. So I've got some more, I guess, work to do around that idea. Why bail from what I know?
So you're bringing up a lot of cool stuff. Number one, I'm not even joking. Like Magician vs. Mule, my book I have out, right? It literally just came out on Friday. I was talking with a guy today, Jeremy, and I was asking him if he knew anybody that could help me create a nice workbook manual on the backside of that to help people transition from Mule to Magician. I'm not good with tactical step-by-step stuff. I understand how to do it on a top level down, but when I get in the trenches, I don't think about the past a whole lot because it doesn't serve me in the future, if that makes sense.
It does.
So someone like you could talk to me out and talk that through and build out the framework. And this is what my buddy Mike's good at with book writing. He understands the questions asked to build the framework out, to create the infrastructure, to bring it to market so it actually reads proper. What you're saying is, do you understand how many coaches, authors? I have a buddy, his name's Matt. He literally just came out with courses 3 months ago. He's already over $300,000 in revenue. His goal is to hit $1 million this year. He feels like he's a little off pace, but the guy, he's a machine, man. He will do it. It's just a matter of how he's going to get there. So if you can help authors, writers, and all these people do that, right now has never been a better time to do that because they're sitting at home trying to figure out how to generate more revenue without being on the stages, you know? So I don't know if this is something you could help me with, even Mule to Magician. Like that's a cool piece, and I'm willing to pay for that, obviously. But like, if anybody knows, like I really want to help impact people. I don't even take a profit from that book. I just want to help impact people. Another thing too that you may be, I don't know if you're dealing with this, but like the problem in that space is, a lot of these guys don't do what they say they do. That's why I've never been on the stages with them. I think they're all full of shit. They're all lying. They all talk shit behind people's back. You're just a number to them. They're just sitting back in their little room saying, hey, man, my upsell, my cross-sell, this, ha, ha, ha. Listen, in business, you have to have formula and a flow. But also, if you're providing value, you want to, and I'm not saying all, but the large percentage, as you know, if you worked with these guys, a lot of them, they just want to take your money, man.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. And by the way, I did buy your book. The first day you announced it, I got a copy. I read it in about, probably 2 days on the Kindle.
Awesome.
And that's part of what spurred me. To answer your question, I can definitely help you with that. And thinking back to what you said about this, I'm recognizing one thing right now as we're talking is that business partnership that really, I'm not going to blame it on him or blame it on me, but the reality is that it happened. And I allowed myself to be taken off track from my gift and my talent and my skill. And I've been chasing, I don't even know how to describe it. I've been chasing shiny things for the last 7 or 8 years. And my bank account definitely reflects that.
Yeah,
I can see now that I need to get back to that. And to answer your question, I can definitely help you with that. And that is my skill set, is be able to extract that and to organize it and put it into that system and process that makes sense, especially from a copywriting perspective. But private
message me for sure, because if not, I'm going to forget.
I'll private message you.
So yeah, just shoot me a message. But I think it's something I'm literally, my guy's working on a whole like thing to hire someone on that right now for me as we speak. So it's like perfect timing. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing is, it's like at the end of the day, that partnership thing, like you've had another girlfriend before you got married, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, I did.
So it's like we can't carry our baggage to our new relationship. We can learn from it, even if we're at fault, by the way, right? We have to admit it, we have to address it, and we have to become better from it and learn from it. So I think it's like when I've had bad partnerships, by the way, what I've learned though is like if I carry on and keep like suppressing it or not addressing it or whatever, that partnership that screwed me keeps winning. You know what I mean? Like I'm better than him. I'm better than that, if you will, in my brain. So I was saying that to myself. Like I'm like, okay, now I can do this better. Here's what I learned. Here's what I don't want. Here's what I do want. And I'm just navigating, man. It's like we don't have to get it right. We just have to get it going. And it sucks. It hurts, right? But man, you got a gift. I don't know what you're trying to generate. What you just shared with me, what you could do, is bare bones a $250,000 a year business. Bare bones. And when I say business, a very small operation, an assistant, and you. Maybe a little editor here or there, but it's a very simple business model. I don't know if you're trying to be bigger. I don't know if you're trying to be smaller, but to make 250 in that would not be hard at all. So depending on who you're working with, who you're trying to serve, you know, you got to go into a community that has money to pay you, of course. Yeah. And you got to get realistic with your pricing. I don't know where you would be at. And get some good wins. Get some guys like me or whoever, like people have followings that creates great courses. And they're like, who the hell did that? Oh, you should know John D, blah, 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 blah. And that's how it works, man. Find that circle of influence guy or gal. And it's like printing money, literally.
I appreciate it, Mark. I appreciate taking the call. And, I'm glad that I had a chance to come on here and make this public because, I mean, what you're saying, there's no reason to hide behind the vines anymore or hide behind the pretense and to pretend anymore. So
we're not getting any younger. We're not getting any younger, man.
No, I'm not. It's just working out. You can tell by my look. I've got the whole COVID look going on here, but I just had to say I don't care about it and just get to reality. I
appreciate you being honest and appreciate you being here, man. Seriously, it means a lot to me. And like I said, private message, man. I look forward to talking to you one-on-one.
All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it, Mark.
Thank you, John.
All right, bud.
Appreciate it, buddy. Cool, guys. So that's what it's about, guys. The truth will always set you free. And when you admit it, address it, talk it out, find someone to talk it through with you. Hopefully it helped. We got Daryl. Hopping on, Daryl. What's up, buddy? I only got about 8 more minutes, guys. I got to bounce on another conference call. But what's up, Daryl?
Not much, man. Thanks for the encouragement and all that. Calling you out. So, yeah, I first met you when I went to Tim Bratz's event down in actually Cleveland back last August. And I'm a carpenter contractor here in Michigan. Mm-hmm. And it was what I call a sledgehammer moment. When I heard what Tim had to say and what I learned from what he taught, it literally was like somebody hit me in the head with a fucking sledgehammer. I thought to myself, what the fuck have I been doing my whole life? Seriously, I've been busting my ass for pennies, and my bank account shows that, I mean, it's a very, it's a great cash flow business, but that's all it is. There's no net, there's no capture on that. I do predominantly carpentry, framing, renovation work, stuff like that. So since then, partnered up with a guy that I met down there, and we've got 3 deals under contract right now that we're getting ready to move in on. It's about a total of 460 doors total.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
So we're getting after it, and just one of those things. It takes some time, and obviously, you got to have a track record. So that's been part of what battling it. I mean, I got over 100 million square foot of renovation and building under me. My partner operates in 37 different states, doing student housing, senior living, shit like that. So it was a great combination there. And we've met some great people through Tim's stuff, Commercial Empire, through different groups. And it's really positive just how people are. But, I left Tim's room and I was talking to my partner and I said to him, you realize there's only maybe 5% of people in this room that are going to do anything with this shit. The information is absolutely incredible. I mean, like I said, it was a sledgehammer moment. It's just like, holy shit, But realistically, people got back. They tried to dabble in it, and their businesses started to suffer because they were putting all this attention into this, and they went back to what was comfortable. They knew this is a model that works for me. I can make some money doing this, even though the time spent doing what I do compared to doing the multifamily investing, going after these apartments, I mean, it's night and day. I mean, there's no comparison whatsoever. The return on the time, and as you always say, time is, I mean, that's what we're all in. I mean, that's our most precious gift. But just wanted to jump on and just say, hey, I appreciate the enthusiasm this morning.
I appreciate you being there, buddy. No, it's awesome. I think the biggest thing too is you have some construction experience, a lot. You need to be figuring out, you need to get local with your guys in that local community that are buying big apartments. The number one reason these guys fell is the on the grounds guys. So you might be able to slide in and get some equity by protecting them on the downside through what you're good at.
That's exactly. We just had an offer accepted yesterday. It's going under contract probably next day or two, but that's it. We're coming out of there, no cash out of pocket, no anything. It's an amazing deal. We're basically taking over this guy's operation because he just doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's got, it's a gem. I mean, it's not one of these major MSAs, but it's close to one within 15 minutes. And it's just a situation where we have another one in Detroit. As a matter of fact, we've been trying to work on. And this guy, he got so lucky. He's a solopreneur. The guy bought these apartments, trying to do everything himself. Doesn't understand the value of partnering with people. Staying in your lane, doing what you're good at, focusing on that. And long story short, the bank called the note on the properties. It's a three property portfolio. And about a week and a half before this whole CV-19 went down, he was in court, and the judge told him, well, if you pony up like $600K, you got 60 days to get this property brought back up to where it needs to be to satisfy the bank. Otherwise, they're taking it. This guy's got $850,000 in CapEx money the bank is holding and won't release to him because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. It's just crazy. So we tried a bunch of stuff. I tried reaching out to that guy personally, going back and around, trying to reach out to the bank to see, trying to put ourselves in a position because, to slide in there when this thing comes off. I don't know if the judge will extend the time on it or whatever, but that's another 282 doors, And,
keep me posted with the progress, man. It's a process, as you know. Like, I don't get involved in those details too much like that, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been fun. It's been an exciting ride. It's exhilarating. You're up one day, you're down the next, and it's crazy. Tim told me, he said, hey, man, if you ain't embarrassed by what you're offering too damn much. So this offer we threw out yesterday, my partner was basically, there's no way in hell we're going to take this thing. Well, all we can do is ask, man, right? Came back, no revisions, no nothing, boom. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Right. Well, anyway, you, buddy, have a good day, man.
All right, have a great day. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, guys, I'd love to hang out here with you more. I do got to bounce off to another call. I got a team meeting with my media company. But if you guys need anything, hit me up. I appreciate you being here. Again, I'm passionate about this stuff. I don't want any of you to fail. It does not hurt me if you succeed. It does not hurt me if you win. It does not hurt me if you are happier. There's enough for all of us, and I want to help you get as much as you want, but I can only match you with where you want to be and what you do to get it. And I think that's the biggest lesson I learned. I try to help people that don't want to help themselves, and that's just not how it works. So you either do it or you don't. I'm cool either way. It doesn't affect me either way. I prefer at the end of the day, I prefer you to succeed. It's good for all of us. And it makes everyone feel good. But at the end of the day, that's a choice you got to make. So winners got to do something. Winners do different things. That's the truth. You don't make excuses. You don't complain. You don't talk about it. You do it. You execute. You get results. Execute, get results. No one cares how much you sleep or don't sleep. No one cares what you got going on or don't got on. All we care about is the end result. That's it. That's all anybody cares about. I'm serious. So if you catch yourself talking about you did this or you're doing that, no one gives two shits except you. Seriously. Because I don't call you if you work for me and say, hey, can't pay you this week. Had a lot going on, blah, 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 blah. That's never happened and it never will happen. But if it continues to say, hey, I have all this stuff going on, but nothing's getting done, I don't care. You're going to get whacked. Appreciate you guys being here. Have an amazing day, guys. Talk to you.